What's up, guys? Hockey Tech Talkies back again with an all new video. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody for their continued support for this channel, guys. I've actually seen it grow by over 99 new subs in the last 90 days. So if you're seeing this for the first time, guys, and you're not subbed yet, don't forget to hit the button because I could use all the support that I could get right now, guys. So, anyways, let's get into it. Today, I'm talking about the NHL Draft. The draft was earlier today, as most people know, and there wasn't a lot of surprises or any big, crazy things that happened. It kind of seemed like most of the big news came out like last week or two ago when the trades already seemed to happen. Um, the New York Islanders kept their first overall pick, which was as expected, Matthew Schaefer. He was a defenseman from Victoria, and I think a lot of people kind of really already projected that to happen. It wasn't a big surprise. Nobody was, you know, nobody didn't expect it. So it was expected. Anyways, the bigger news with Islanders is they traded Noah Dobson to Montreal, that's actually bigger news in my opinion than them getting that first overall pick because Montreal made the playoffs for the first time in a long time last season, and much of it was off the back of the rookie of the year, their rookie defenseman Lane Hudson. So now they have another guy to actually go and play with them in Montreal with Noah Dobson, and it seems like the Islanders are really truly moving in another direction now because they drafted that Schaefer kid from Victoria. So yeah, that was what happened with the draft today, guys. It was kind of a little bit of a letdown in terms of exciting news. Like I said, most of the big trades happened last week. They already happened. Like for example, Trevor Zegras got traded to Philadelphia. I guess he's probably one of the most polarizing names in the NHL because he has um, a tremendous amount of skill. He's been uh, on the highlight reels so many times with his crazy moves and really creative plays. But then I've heard rumors that he struggles to sort of play up to the standard that a lot of coaches are asking for. So it had been rumored that Zegras was not really happy in Anaheim for quite a long time, and that the coaches weren't happy with his play. So it's not really surprising that he ended up getting traded. What is surprising is what he got traded for because so many people have seen the upside in that guy's skill. And I think when he first broke into the league, he was kind of projected to be a superstar player. He got even the cover of one of the NHL video games. Like I said, highlight reel goals, and now he's just upended, been traded over to Philadelphia, where we'll have to see what happens with Zegras this year, going from a non-playoff team to another non-playoff team in the East. So it'll be interesting. It could be a huge mistake by Anaheim if he turns his career around, or maybe they knew what they were doing. Maybe he was kind of just a flash in the pan, kind of all the skill but no will type of player. We'll have to see. And then the other biggest move that we saw last week was Evander Kane of the Edmonton Oilers. He got traded over to Vancouver Canucks, which I think was kind of a boneheaded move by the Canucks, just considering that Evander Kane has kind of worn out his welcome in a lot of teams already. And don't forget that Vancouver was the one team last season that had a lot of internal problems with their roster. Like, for example, JT Miller and Elias Pettersson were getting into arguments or something, and so that they ended up trading away JT Miller. And basically, the whole team just seemed like a dumpster fire the entire season. And now they got Evander Kane to add on to that. So, kind of a weird one seeing that happen. Kane going to Vancouver. fact that Evander Kane couldn't make it work in Edmonton, where they've been to the Stanley Cup Finals now the past 2 years in a row, and I think Evander only played in the playoffs last year, so he's also getting older and having a lot of injury problems. Um, it's kind of a weird move, to be honest. I can't believe Vancouver even did that. And other than that, Calgary Flames drafted a center, which was not surprising. That's the reason I bring up the Flames. That's my team. That's who I'm kind of following and have the most interested. And it wasn't surprising because the Flames have needed this center pretty much my entire life. They've been looking for a number one center. The GM of the team, Craig Conroy, was the last guy that I remember that kind of seemed like he actually had number one center pedigree back when he played with Jerome McGinley in the early 2000s. And then since then, it's been like a carousel of guys. And maybe Sean Monahan was the one other guy that was up there in terms of skill for centerman. I think he was like a multi 30 goal scorer. But yeah, they drafted a guy out of Victoria. His name is, what was his name? Cole Reshny. And not really surprising. It was pretty obvious that they were going to go for a center. And I'm really interested to see how he pans out. Hopefully he can replace Nazem Kadri in the next few years, as most of Calgary's centers are super old or super inexperienced. So Backlund is 36, I think, maybe 37. Kadri is 34, 35, and the other guys that they have, I think they just signed Kirkland to a deal. He's a little bit older, on the older side, but super inexperienced. I mean older, like as in like the fact that he barely has any NHL experience. He's been mostly playing in the minor leagues his whole career, and he's probably going to be that fourth line center for us. And the other guy is Morgan Frost, who didn't really do much last year when he got traded here to the Flames from Philadelphia. So they really badly need a center, and I'm happy they chose a center. Hopefully it pans out. Hopefully he could be a guy to grow with the team in the future and become, a core piece for the Calgary Flames. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on, guys, is the rumors of Rasmus Andersson getting traded. All I've been hearing is rumors and rumors and rumors, and then nothing seemed to come of it, guys. I thought that Andersson was going to be traded to Dallas for Jason Robertson. I keep hearing people post about this, talking about this, even some of the experts and insiders said that Andersson might get traded to Toronto for who knows what, maybe draft picks or something like that. And yet, still nothing has happened. Andersson is still part of the Flames as of this recording right now. Maybe he gets traded in the next few days, but the reason why he's in the rumor mill is because he only has 1 year left on his contract, which is a really low value contract for the type of player that he is. I think it's like he's like $5 million, and he plays like a second or first pairing defenseman. So a lot of teams would covet that. Dallas needs defense because they want to win a Stanley Cup. Toronto wants to win a Stanley Cup. There's a lot of teams that are in contention to make the playoffs and win the Stanley Cup that could use a guy like Rasmus Andersson. So a lot of people are thinking that they'll want to trade him before his contract even expires so that they can get something of value back in return. If it was me personally, I would re-sign Andersson if I could, because I think that he helps the Flames be better, and not just on the ice. I mean, he could be a leader in the locker room. Maybe he can help train some of our newer players that haven't actually made the NHL yet, like Zane Parekh and Hunter Brustevich, who are also young defensemen, and sort of show them the way. But if he does get traded, I would love to see Jason Robertson come play for the Calgary Flames, because the Flames really lack scoring right now. And a guy like Robertson has been a multi-time 40-goal scorer. He would add a huge punch to the Flames offense. Now, we'd be subtracting Anderson, though. So you got to remember, we'd have to have somebody to replace him with, replace all those minutes that he was going to play. But like I said, they've got Bruce Devich and Zane Parekh coming up. So, yeah, that's basically my thoughts and ramblings, my breakdown of all the stuff to do with the NHL draft. I love making hockey content, guys. So if you want to keep seeing more of it,